Hello everyone, and welcome to SBM Offshore's 2021 Live Day online workshop on sustainability. My name is Jordan Strick. I'm the Group Sustainability Director, and I thank you for participating. SBM Offshore believes that the oceans will provide for safe, sustainable, and affordable energy for generations to come. We share our experience to make it happen. And today, during Live Day 2021, we'll share our experience to make a sustainable business happen. Sustainable energy is underpinned by our commitment to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDGs. These encompass everything from ending poverty to hunger to promoting equality and responsible production and consumption. SBM Offshore made commitments to the following 7 SDGs. SDG number 3, good health and well-being. Number 4, quality education. Number 7, affordable and clean energy. Number 8, decent work and economic growth. Number 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure. Number 13, climate action. And number 14, life below water. During this session, we're going to focus on the last 2 of those, climate action and life below water. The intention is that by the end of this session, you will understand better what climate action and life below the water means, what SBM Offshore is doing, and more importantly, how each of us, irrespective of our role, can help. Climate Action Call commits us to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. It is clear that climate change, fueled by greenhouse gas emissions, is happening. Every year, we see extreme weather events as the greenhouse effect makes itself felt. Floods, droughts, wildfires, blizzards, tropical storms, hurricanes. You might even have experienced these yourselves. And these events also impact our business. We need to make sure that the floating production systems that we build for our clients can deal with these changing conditions. We need to make sure that we understand these risks during the construction phase so that we can keep our people safe and that we're able to meet client commitments when it comes to costs and schedules. But beyond these physical risks, SBM Offshore deals with a world looking for cleaner energy and reduction of emissions from our core products. 99% of the emissions we report today are from the offshore production facilities that we operate on behalf of our clients. Energy production and flaring in offshore locations are the main contributors to these emissions that eventually lead to the greenhouse effect, causing global warming and climate change. Meanwhile, SBM Offshore is taking action on climate change in a range of areas. Through the Emission Zero program, we aim to bring to market floating energy production systems with near zero emissions. To that respect, we aspire near zero emissions from our operations, to use green electricity in our offices, and to make sure that we execute projects with continued emission reduction in mind. Today, for instance, SBM Offshore is applying operational excellence to flaring intensity. The company has reduced flaring intensity by 50% over the last 5 years. And the amount of greenhouse gas emissions per produced unit is already around 20% better than the industry benchmark, with our latest FPSOs moving far beyond this number, with around 8 to 11 kilograms of CO2 per barrel, compared to an industry average of 20 kilograms. We are also involved in the development of new energies, providing floating offshore wind and wave energy to the world. We set emission reduction targets in other areas too, for example, to air travel related emissions. We have set a target to reduce by 20%. Remote working and reduced travel during the pandemic will provide for lessons learned that we can apply to lower emissions from our business travel. In 2019 and 2020, we have achieved green certification for 90% of our offices around the world. More than 60% of our project offices today have a sustainability certification, and that number is growing. And last but not least, we make a significant contribution through our research and development investments. In 2020, more than 50% of the R&D spent went to non-carbon technologies. And this includes further development of new ocean energy solutions, such as the wave energy converter, and floating energy solutions to store energy, to capture carbon, or to provide hydrogen as a clean energy source. Let's turn to life below water. The overall goal here is to conserve and sustainably use the oceans, sea and marine resources for sustainable development. Life below water matters and is at risk, as we are learning, for instance during the World Oceans Day in 2021. You might have read about it, or you might have even taken part in it. Covering over 70% of the Earth's surface, the oceans are a critical element of the planet's climate system, transferring heat and cold between the poles and the equator and regulating our weather patterns. They are also teeming with life, so much life that it has been estimated that over 90% of the species that live in the ocean have yet to be discovered. The tiny marine microorganisms, for instance, they are called phytoplankton, provide 50% of the oxygen that we breathe. And the oceans store 50 times more carbon dioxide than the Earth's atmosphere. The oceans are also an abundant source of food. Fish account for around 16% of all animal protein consumed globally. Fish typically is also a much more sustainable source of food than meat when it comes to emissions and freshwater usage. On top of that, let's not forget that all of us at some point in our lives have experienced the joy of the oceans. By spending time on the beach, swimming in it, scuba diving, surfing. And this is at risk through overconsumption and climate change. There's a need to preserve food supply, to balance the marine ecosystem, and to combat the effects of climate change on the oceans. We have a responsibility to minimize the effect from our operations and our projects and our daily activities. And at the same time, we need to try to give back to nature. And here too, SBM Offshore is taking action in multiple areas. We ensure that our produced water specifications are well within regulatory limits, and we have committed to 50% better than benchmark in 2021, for example, on oil and water discharges. We are reducing plastic waste. The amount of plastic waste generated offshore has been decreased by 30% in 2019 and 2020. We take part in marine observation activities as part of our operations in Guyana. We have set out long-term commitments to contribute to marine research. For instance, the sharing of data on ocean conditions and marine life. Mangrove restoration projects, they aim to protect coastlines for the benefit of local communities, but also to protect the ecosystem in the area. And we follow a responsible and sustainable approach when it comes to decommissioning of the offshore assets. Investing in an artificial reef solution as part of our decommissioning projects today is a perfect example. We need to embed sustainability in all we do in order to sustain the planet and our business. And actions like the ones I've described are helping us do that. But we need to do even better. And we need your help, your ideas, your commitment to be better. Addressing climate change and life below water will help ensure safe, sustainable, and affordable energy for generations to come. And this is what the world and our stakeholders are asking from us. SBM Offshore is already taking the lead to address these and other critical challenges as the energy transition continues to gain momentum. If you need more information, you can go to the SBM Offshore website and go to the sustainability section. You will find information on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the targets that our colleagues and yourselves are setting, the actions that we're taking. Should you need more information, please contact your local sustainability ambassador or drop me an email. I'll be more than happy to support you. Over the coming days, we will send you an information pack with the details of these initiatives and other support material that is available. In a moment, you will see a slide which asks you to contribute your thoughts and ideas on sustainability in a series of simple exercises. We want to know what you are doing in your personal and professional life to help achieve these goals, and also where you think SBM Offshore is missing opportunities to do more. So now, get ready for the instructions on the screen and work with others in your online group and give us your thoughts and ideas. We will get back to you with the results. Meanwhile, keep up the good work. Thanks very much for this commitment and enjoy the remainder of Life Day.